Before we hop into this video, Mike, I seen something on this tackle box. Turn this around. Who is that? Who is that handsome fella?
Well, sure, not you.
That's fantastic. Who is that handsome fella? We got a little terminal box, and we have, this is a bag of Googan stuff. We got some Senkos up in here. I think we're going to go with the old Blazin worm in plum.
One of the doctors. Oh, I saw that.
You already got one?
So yeah, you said the back of my worm, ripped my worm off. Tackle junkies, what's going on, everyone? Real appreciate you guys and gals clicking on the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the first part of the video. To be honest with you guys, the day that video was shot, or the fish clips, the day that was shot, it was like 115 degrees with the heat index that day. So after we were done fishing, we were done. We were kind of done. And so I'm making this part of the video now, obviously. But it's been 3-4 days, and we've had that heat the last few days. It's been a bear at work. Hopefully you guys and gals are all being safe, either at work or out on the water. Make sure you're drinking enough fluids and all that. Like I said, hopefully everyone's being safe, but having a good time as well. Haven't done any other fishing since this day here. But I wanted to do a review on the Googan Blazin worm. Okay, the Googan Blazin worm. Now, before some of you guys say, oh, that worm's only good because you caught those fish in a pond, okay? As far as I'm concerned, a bass is going to hit dang near anything. I bet I could Texas rig a dang dog turd and catch a fish on it, okay? No, that will not be an upcoming video, but I bet I could. The reason I like to go to a place, a pond, wherever I can, wherever I can catch a bunch of fish, the reason I like to go there is because I believe that's kind of what separates really one lure or one soft plastic from another. How durable are they, okay? And really, that being said, that does make a difference, and it really doesn't, okay? And we'll jump right into Yamamoto. And I did a Googan soft plastic review before, which I'll link down below if you guys want to check it out, but I made this point in that video. Googans or whoever, they catch a bunch of slack because their baits are soft, and they tear easy, right? You only get a fish or two per bait. I mean, Yamamoto isn't much better than that, and you're paying dang near double the price. But you're paying that price because of the fall rate of that Senko, or whatever the case may be, those worms have proven themselves to catch fish. So yeah, it sucks to pay $8-9 for a bag of Senkos, but we pay $8-9 for a bag of Senkos because they work. Okay, now these Googan worms, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I have nothing against Googan Squad or nothing like that. I mean, some guys like to incorporate them in the video. I'm taking the Googans out of the video. I'm not even worried about the Googan Squad themselves. We're talking soft plastics, okay? But like I said, some guys just don't like the Googan, so they want to say their baits suck. We've been over that as well. So take them out of it. This bait, I like it. I do like it. There is 8 to a pack. We caught 11 bass on the, what color was that? Caught 11 bass on the plum, okay, in that video. I do believe either one or two fish jacked my worm before I even caught a fish on it. Took it right off the hook. I do believe maybe another worm or another fish took the worm in half, so that one wasn't any good either. So maybe I caught, there's 8 in here, I probably lost 2 or 3 that way, so maybe 5 worms caught me 11 fish, so maybe 1 or 2 fish per bait. I'll put it to you like this. Majority of those worms, probably all of those worms, after a fish catch, they were done. I kind of made them work there at the ponds, but if I was going to, like the lakes where I take my crest liner, if I was going to one of those lakes, I would have trashed each one of those worms after each fish, just because where the hook goes into the, do something to drag here, where the hook goes into the plastic here, it was torn to shreds. I mean, basically ripped in half there after each fish, and I kind of just skin hooked it there on the side and made it work. But what I'm getting at, if I was going to one of the bigger lakes, one of the tougher lakes that I fish, you know, they're tough lakes to fish, so I like to control everything that I can. I like to have, you know, good line on, right rod, my baits rigged perfectly, a soft plastic that's not torn. If it was torn, I replace it. So I wouldn't have reused those worms at the bigger lakes, but I did there at the ponds, okay, because it's easier to catch fish there at the ponds. You know, like I said, I like my presentation to be like spot on at the bigger lakes. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I dang near averaged a bait or a fish or 2 per bait, which, I mean, ain't great, but it's probably average. You know, a softer bait is going to have more of a fluid action to it, okay? There was times they pulled off the tail, which again is not a big deal. Even with the Strike King, the Rage Tail, the cut R worms, when I lose the tail, you know, I use that as a Senko or a little Ned rig bait or something like that. You can reuse this part of the worm if the tail gets pulled off there. So it's not a huge deal. But yeah, they are soft. It's probably one of the more softer worms that I've used. But they did catch fish. Did I like them? Actually, I came home and ordered 3 more packs of them. So I like the worms. I think they're right around, if you're a member, Carl's Club member, I think they're right around maybe $5.50, something like that. I could be wrong, give or take. I don't really know. But they're somewhere in that range. I think if you're a member, you get like 20 or 30% off over there at Carl's. If you guys are not a member, code TJ10 get you guys $10 off orders, $25 or more. So if you haven't used my code yet, now would be a good time to do it to save a few bucks. Fishing a speed worm, you can fish them on top. I was just using a 1/4 ounce Mustad tungsten weight there. I did have it pegged just because there's a lot of like, I don't know, moss and crap like that along the bank, so I wanted the worm to come through there as well. So I did have it pegged. That is a 4-aught. That's a Mustad round bent offset, the big bites off plastic hook. I do have a Mustad coat, which I'll link down below as well and pop it up there on the screen. But that's how I had it rigged there. It's just your standard Texas rig. That is 15-pound. That's Seaguar or Abrazex. I have it on a combo here that's kind of dedicated to working the bottom, so I do like the Abrazex, and we'll go over the rod and reel here in a minute. But after I ran out of that pack of plum, I did switch over to the Nightclub. Looks like I only used a couple of these here. I think I caught maybe a couple more fish on those. One, let's see here. I used 3 more. I used 2 and I still got this one, which I can get another fish or 2 out of. So I used 3 out of this pack here. So total we use 8, 9, 10, 11 worms for a day of fishing. I mean, so what I spend, I don't know, what, $7, $8 maybe if you average it out. $7, $8 is what I spent to have, you know, a fun few hours. So I mean, to me it's, you know, you can't lose on the deal. I mean, just, I guess it really depends what you think is expensive. You know, to me, I only got a fish or 2 out of each bait. I used, what I say, 9 or 10 worms. Caught, what, 11, 12, 13 fish, if I count what I caught on the black worm. I fished for like 3-4 hours, so I mean, that only cost me not even $10. You know, I'm not a drinker, but I mean, if you go sit at the bar, down some brewskis, that's probably going to cost you more than $10. So I mean, I don't know. Just sometimes when guys dog any soft plastic brand, only getting a fish or 2 out of a pack of, or out of a worm or a bait or whatever the case may be. I mean, if you got a pack of craws or worms, whatever, you get 6, 8, 10 in a pack, and you get a fish or 2 per bait. You know, so if you get 8, 10, 12, 15 fish for $5, $6, I mean, to me that's a steal. You know, so I really got nothing negative to say about the worm. It is soft. It is soft, but it catches fish, and I like it. You know, but I was saying there, I did rig up the black here after the plum. I think I did catch a couple smaller ones on it, but then I hooked a tank, and I knew it was a tank. And I don't know how she came off. To be honest, I think I had moss in the beginning, so I didn't really set the hook all that hard. So I'm assuming maybe the barb didn't penetrate. I really don't know. But she jumped and threw it. But I thought about that one for a couple nights. I bet that one was easy 5 pounds, probably pushing 6. So it would have been nice to get that one on the scale. Been a great fish for the video, but at least you guys got to see it jump off there. But yeah, guys, I mean, maybe it's not your typical review here. Again, I got nothing really bad to say about the worm other than it is soft. But again, that's not really a bad thing. Worm's got some good action to it. It catches fish. If you're interested, pick them up. If you're not, don't. I mean, there's plenty of other speed worms out there on the market. But if you're asking me if I like the Googan Baits Blazin worm, yes, I'm a fan. I'm really a fan of all their soft plastics. Again, I'm not really looking at, you only get a bait or 2. I keep saying bait or 2. A fish or 2 per bait. I mean, to me, that's dang near average with all soft plastics. So I think it really has a lot to do with, as well, the size fish you're catching. You know, and I think I did say that in my Cinco review of the Googan baits. I was catching a lot of smaller fish. And the smaller fish, they don't really get all the bait in their mouth. It kind of drags through their mouth because their mouth is smaller. So, I mean, it just tears it up easier. The bigger fish you catch, at least with my experience, you don't go through as many soft plastics. So, smaller fish, you do go through more bait. So, I'd imagine old Debo, he goes through a ton of them, right? Okay. Guys, that's about all I got to say about it. I like it. You know, the short and sweet of it, I like it. You know, you want to try them, try and pick them up. If you don't, go buy a Strike King or a Zoom or whatever you want. But if you're asking me if I like them, I like them. Okay, rod and reel. This is the Okuma Helios SX. One of my favorite rods. It's a dang shame they discontinued this. If you guys didn't see my one video, it's a few videos back. I'll link it down below on new rods. I was telling you guys they did discontinue the SX and the EVX, which is very sad. I do have a review on this rod, but like I said, don't really do you any good to watch it because you can't buy the rod. You might be able to grab a few here and there, but like I said, they are discontinued. But this is the Helios SX 7.3 medium heavy fast action rod. I mainly use this rod for Texas rigs. 7.3 medium heavy fast action. And we got the Scorpion DC on here. Absolutely love this reel here. That is in a 7.4. Typically I like a faster reel when I have it on a rod that is dedicated to, you know, to work the bottom. You know, a 6-speed is a good all-around gear ratio for me, but if I have a dedicated combo to work the bottom, I typically like that faster reel just because I'm using it to pick up slack. And like we said earlier there, that's 15 pounds Cigar, a Brazex. So that is my Texas rig combo. And guys, I'm going to have an unboxing video coming up. I know you guys love those. I haven't, I guess this was on, I think I fished on Monday. Today's Friday, so I haven't fished in 4 days. But when I'm not fishing, and it's been a long day at work, and I come home, hop on my phone, what do you do? You order tackle. I got another reel on the way. I got some more soft plastics. Actually got a few boxes of soft plastics upstairs as well. We can go over some scent, some dye, things like that. So we're gonna have a big unboxing, multiple boxes coming up. I know you guys like those. So anyways, we're just rambling on now here. That's it. That's it. Googan Baits Blazin worm review. Yeah, it's soft. I like it. Catches fish, I like it. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's hot out there. It's been like 115. Heck, yesterday it could have even been 120. I don't know. It felt like it was like 140 within the first hour of the day. I don't know how many trucks we'd already washed. I mean, I looked like I literally came out of a shower. It's funny, the guy I was working with, he's like, "You want me to spray you down?" It's like, dude, I can't get any wetter. It ain't gonna make much difference. My shorts, everything was just dripping wet. I mean, I think my sweat was sweating. It was bad. So if you guys are out in the heat, make sure you're being safe. Wear your sunscreen, wear your sun clothes, drink plenty of fluids, be safe. You guys could be watching this video on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all you guys. Love you guys and gals. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the thumbs up. And we will see you guys on the next one.